let me just briefly go over, some people care about technical stuff. I certainly did too. And I use a Page capo. These things, I've tried Shubs and Kaisers and those little strap ones, but this Page is nice, and it ends up being on there kind of crooked in order for me to get the tension right without making it go out of tune. I put it right on the fret, and it goes out a little bit. Anyway, so that's what's worked. That's how it's come to be. These have the screw back, and I wouldn't really choose anything else. It happened because they were the cheapest ones at 14 bucks when I was shopping. I think Shubs with the roller bottom, those were like 30, 20, 25. And you lose them, those Shubs, because of the design. They just fall off, and there they go. This thing, you take it off and you put it in your pocket. If you have a different kind of guitar than a Martin, you can slide it past the nut. But the Martins have this truss rod piece of wood. I use this Michael Wiegand, and some Scandinavian country makes these picks, and this is a really thick, I think it's 1.5 millimeters. So if you know the colors of those Dunlop picks, I think I started using a green one for rhythm guitar back in the old days. So that's a 60.60. So this is over 2 times as thick. It only has 1 point, and I like the tone that I get. It tends to be loud, and that just happened, you know. Tried lots of different materials, and I like the tone of this pick. I play back on the bridge a lot too, so I tend to like just what I like. And I'm not much of a flat picker, so you know, I got some ways to go on that. I've adopted a mandolin grasp on the pick. Mandolin picks I use are these 1.4 Wiegands. They're tri-cornered, and these things last forever. Boy, they're $5 each though. But I've had this pick since 2003, I think. I have lots of them, so who knows? But I bought only like 12 in all those years. So the mandolin right-hand pick grasp is like this Bill Monroe-inspired closed fingered hand hold with the pick clasped on the knuckle like that. And Mike Compton does it that way, and Bill does it, and David Greer does it. But the guitar that you end up with your fingers out, that's the way it goes. I try not to, because I believe that the keeping your fingers together creates a lot more control on your pendulum of your wrist, hand. All the motion of your body is focused more clearly using your fingers closed. But they fall out, and sometimes you lose your place. On guitar, I find that I more characteristically have my fingers out. But it's a gentle, relaxed. No, they're mostly, let's see. Well, you lose track of what you're doing consciously, so you never know what happens when you're trying to remember the words and trying to sing in pitch and all of that. So I got a Martin guitar, Wiegand picks. I really like a Martin Bluegrass gauge string. They're Martin SPs. 92/8 is the phosphor to bronze ratio, and that's a real bright sounding string. I tend to dull 80/20s fast, so I can't hardly use 80/20 strings anymore, even though I probably started that way. I just kill them. It could be the right hand stuff or the left hand oils for my fingers. It's probably both. And I forget the name, but you have to special order them, those bluegrass strings. And it's like $42.50 is the MSRP or something. I forget that's what Martin calls their model numbers. Not manufacturer suggested retail price, but it's something else. Martin Bluegrass medium. They have these golden little strings, and that seems to be I don't know what if that is the SP or if that's the bluegrassness. So, because they're pretty much just SP strings with a different label package, and well, I'll just grab them. And they are, very patriotic. So they do say SP, and the gauges are 13, 17, 26, 36, 46, 56. So that's nice and easy round numbers. MSP 4250. So I don't know what I said before, but I love these strings, and I'm glad I experimented with lots of different things, and I'm glad that Martin came out with these. If they stop, then I'll find something else. That's the way it goes. But for the last 5 years, I've been really happy with these strings. And while I got some little time here, I'll go over one thing I learned at bluegrass festivals. Strings die. They die, and that's the way it goes. But there's this thing that I learned from a friend, where you take the string all the way down to floppy, and you give it a few slaps, like vertical slaps, and that has the effect of knocking out all the crap between the windings. And at festivals, we were playing a lot and spilling whatever, drinking beers and eating hamburgers and making a general mess of your fingers. Your strings get full of crap. When you bring them back up to pitch, they regain some of their original brightness, and you can get away with this about a while, until they start not being able to hold pitch, hold a tune. So it comes back to brightness. I've already done that to these strings once or twice since I put them on a week ago. So try it for yourself. Get some strings that are dead, take them down, just try it and listen and see if you can hear it. And if you can, then you, like me, will feel that it's worth it to do that. So that's enough for now.